With it being nearly 2 years since the release of the Strokes' last album, people are wondering when the next one will be out, or if there will be one at all. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy this content. I am nearing 1,000 and I would appreciate it a lot. In 2020, after a nearly 7-year hiatus from the band, the Strokes would release the new Abnormal, one of the band's best, and in my opinion, the best Strokes album. It takes the classic Strokes sound and just improves upon it in every way. The songwriting is beautiful, the sounds are full and captivating. It's got the signature sound of the Strokes with tracks like Bad Decisions, alongside beautiful ballad-like tracks with Ode to the Mets. The entire second stretch of the album is one of my favorite runs of tracks ever. At the Door into Why Are Sundays So Depressing to Not the Same Anymore, and wrapping it up with Ode to the Mets, which I've already made a whole video on, and if you haven't seen it, I will link it in the description, and it'll probably be a little pop-up wherever that is. I keep finding myself coming back to this album. Recently, I was watching the Ode to the Mets music video because it's awesome, and a few of the comments I read were wondering if this was the last album. Comments like, the saddest part of this song is that it's such a good closer that I'm sure they'd want to end their discography with this masterpiece. Or, I wonder if the final lyrics are reflecting on the band. Maybe they're done. Some bands or artists in general don't want to have their memory tainted with subpar creations. You find people stopping their careers prematurely because they're scared that the magic will run out. You don't want to be the person who used to have some good work, but their later stuff not so great. In its own way, I think that ideology is acceptable. End on a banger so people remember that as your legacy. In the case of the Strokes, I don't think this is true. To be honest, I think we're in a new era for the band. The band has had a rocky past. Some albums just weren't well received. The band had issues outside of music, dealing with substance abuse and internal conflicts about the way the music was done, and even had long stretches without any music at all. And to be honest, a couple years between album releases isn't that uncommon, so I don't know why some people jump to that conclusion that they're done because it's been like 2 years with no album, but whatever. The new Abnormal sets the stage for future Strokes albums. They seem ready to experiment with their sound, make more deep and emotional music, and the real smoking gun here is the fact that in interviews, the band seems more excited than ever to create new music. They seem like they've really found their footing, and I'm really looking forward to what comes from them in the future. And hey, if you like this video, there's some more Strokes videos that I've made on this channel that you can find here. Or here. One of them.